Hello, my name is Officer Salami and this is the Officer Salami Show. Today we have a special guest all the way from Texas, Judge Willy. It's a pleasure to have you here, Judge. How are you?
Well, honestly, it's been a pretty rough week for me, as you know.
I know, I've had a pretty tough month myself. I've been looking forward to talking to you because I think we've both been victimized by the media. They portray us as committing violent acts against women. But we both know we were just doing what needed to be done to put those women in their place. Do you agree?
You're absolutely right. Those protesters you dealt with had it coming to them all the way. In fact, if I had been there, I wouldn't have stopped at just the pepper spray. Once they started howling and shrieking, I would have gone and got my belt, the big one, and made 'em shut up and realize the error of their ways.
I absolutely agree, and if my belt hadn't been holding my gun and extra pepper spray cartridges, I would have taken it off in a heartbeat and given them the whipping they deserved. And as for your case, well, I have to say your beating was trivial compared to what my officers do to people for the smallest of crimes. After watching that tape, I don't think it even qualifies as a beating. No blood, no broken bones, nothing that required emergent surgery, no loss of consciousness. Here in the big city we call that a good tickling.
Well now, don't get me wrong, I can dish out a good beating if I have a mind to. It's just that at that point she was already mostly a grown woman and somewhat able to defend herself. You know, I really am jealous of you policemen and all the good tools you have to aid you in a beating. If I had had handcuffs, whoo boy, she would have laid stomach down like I wanted and I could have beat her ass good. Or even a taser would have been nice.
Oh yes, you have to come prepared to a beating. If you don't have the right tools, then they'll just struggle and make it an ordeal.
Well, lesson learned.
Let's move on to another topic. Let's talk about these cameras that seem to be everywhere. If there were no cameras, then neither one of us would have had any negative publicity. I think cameras should be outlawed entirely. What do you think?
I don't think we can outlaw them completely. Sometimes cameras are appropriate. For example, if someone wants to take a picture of a butterfly or their cat, I have no problem with that.
I see.
But then on the other hand, let's say that a man decides that his cat needs a good beating. Well, then it's time to turn the cameras off and let the man have some privacy.
You have a good point.
For example, let's say a man catches his cat using the internet, which we all know to be a tool of the devil, and the cat is downloading rock and roll music. And let's say this isn't the first time that cat has done it. The cat has been warned multiple times about the evils of computers and downloading things and so on. It's a stubborn damn cat. Well, there's not much left to do besides beat some sense into that cat. But there's no need to have a camera rolling while a man enforces discipline in his private abode. You with me?
Oh, I'm with you all the way on that. Like I said, I'm in favor of banning cameras altogether. I'm going to lose 10 days of vacation now, all because some jackass photographed me doing my job. What am I going to do without those days off? I'll probably get tendinitis in my trigger finger.
I have the opposite problem. Now I can't work at all. A bunch of crackpots from the internet called and complained that they don't think that a man who disciplines his children is fit to pass judgment on matters of family law. I had to resign my bench.
What is this country coming to?